find out what it is. But, yeah.
Tell me, what's your reaction to a fatal stabbing that took place at this train station?
I can't believe it. I'm here all the time. I work close to here, so this is very in shock right now. I can't believe it when you told me.
How often do you use this station?
Every day. I go to work every day, so I take the J train going into Manhattan all the time. So I stop here at times.
How bad is crime in this area and the subway station?
I'm sorry?
How bad is crime? Have you noticed crime in this?
Well, I used to live in Bed-Stuy before I in Queens now, but crime is always at all times, and it's just gotten worse, honestly.
All right, ma'am. Can you spell your name?
Elizabeth, Elizabeth.
Your last name?
Tavera, Tabera.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I see that you use the station. What's your thoughts on the situation regarding this fatal stabbing here?
Well, I'm just finding out about it. You guys just let me know. That's, of course, it's definitely tragic. I mean, what is there to say other than, all this nonsense got to stop. It's like people have no love for each other anymore. It's just killing is so easy today. It's so easy. That's a shame.
Right. How often do you ride the J train or the subways?
Well, actually, I work for the transit system, so I'm on the subways quite a bit, So,
and do you feel safe on the ground or above ground?
Well, personally, I feel safe because that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I know whatever I have to do to defend myself, I'm just going to do it. But and as far as when I'm working, we usually work with a crew, so you're never alone. When you're working in my field. I mean, I feel for like bus drivers and booth agents, people like that, because a lot of times they're isolated. It's only them, and then it seems like people, different people with evil thoughts in their mind, just feel like they have a right to attack them. In my situation, like I said, not so much, only because there's always 2 to 3 or 4 of us at a time. So that might be a deterrent.
Do you use the Chauncey Street station a lot?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you feel safe taking the station at night?
Absolutely. I'm here now. I'm here now.
Has there been any recent crime in this station you've seen?
No, not that I know of. I haven't heard about anything, and I definitely wouldn't know.
Anything at the nearby stations on the J?
No. That's why I was so surprised when you mentioned it to me that's what you were here for, because someone got stabbed.
So
I was surprised.
The guy got on the train here, but the crime scene was further down at Myrtle Avenue, Broadway.
Okay.
That's where the crime scene was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, crimes can happen anywhere, but that particular area where that station is, like Myrtle Avenue, going a little further, Flushing thing, is heavy crime in that particular area, because I know for a fact there's a lot of it's drug infested. It is. It's drug infested. Let's just call it what it is.
What do you think the city should be doing, or the MTA be doing in situations like this?
Well, you know what? I'm not one of those people that's going to just put it on all on the MTA or all on the city or even all on the police. This is something that everybody needs to tackle. Everybody needs to address it. I mean, people need to address it in their homes, with their families, especially with their children. You keep your children out the street. The MTA needs to do a better job also of making sure the passengers and everything, and especially their workers, are safe. And the police department could do a better job, and the mayor of the city itself. Like I said, this is a job for everyone. I'm not going to put that on just no one organization or one group of people.
You have any final thoughts you want to say?
Yeah, I do. Just from me to anybody who hears what I'm saying. Let's get some love in our life. Love yourself first. I'm going to tell you that always. Love yourself first, and then we can show that love outwardly and love each other. Okay? That's all it is.
Can you spell your name?
My name is Sherman Braddock Bay, B-E-Y. Okay.
that's what we use when the screen on the screen. So.
All right, absolutely.
Can you spell your name again?
Okay, I am Sherman, Sherman, Braddox, Braddox, with a colon, and then Bay, Bey.
All right, thank you, sir. Stay safe.
Thank you, you do the same.
We apologize for the inconvenience. Once again, next stop on this train is Broadway Junction.
Do you use the Chauncey Street station a lot?
Actually, no. I've been here twice in the past month, so not that frequently.
Okay. But how do you feel safe on the J train? There's a fatal stabbing that took place between these stations here. What's your thoughts on it?
That's incredibly sad, obviously. I will say I lived by the Myrtle Broadway stop for a year. I never felt especially unsafe, but then shit like this happens, so you never know.
Okay. And what do you think the MTA should be doing in regards to this?
What can they do? I mean, this is America. I truly don't know what they can do.
Did you expound on that?
Well, in America, like, it's a country where, like, you can't force people to wear masks on the train even if you tell them to, you know? There's just ways in which we agree societally that there's freedoms that we have. I don't even know how they can enforce trying to stop stabbings on the train.
Okay. But what do you think of the police presence here? You think it deters crime?
I don't know that it does. But maybe a little bit, but I feel like the cops just kind of stand there and don't do anything. And, like, I can't imagine that guy's life would have been saved had there been a cop.
Okay. What else you want to say?
I don't have anything else to say.
Okay, can you spell your name?
Todd.
Last name?
Doyle.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, stay safe.
You too.
So the body has been physically removed, but they're going to take that train to the yard to do a project. And now the cops told us, like, it's an insurance issue and a safety issue. So if we were to be down here, we have to go through 4 months of training, safety training, we have to have cameras, we have to have bullet testing. But like I told the cops, you need to go from train to train. And they're actually giving us ideas now that we might do our own training programs. The only thing the body agents is not able to do is trigger activations. They don't have body cams on them. So that's... But that's nothing. That's a waste of time.
Charlton, tell me, what do you think of this situation with this fatal stabbing between Chauncey Street and what's the other station?
Myrtle Avenue.
Myrtle Avenue. Yeah, tell me about this situation. What do you think about it?
It's devastating. Yet again, we have another tragic incident in our subway system, and my heart goes out to the family and to the victim, victim's relatives. This is a devastating incident in our subway system. And our elected officials keep saying that the subway system is safe. Our subway system right now, as I've been saying, is in a state of emergency. You need highly trained guardian angels down here. I was with the guardian angels on Friday night, and we visited over, I would say, 20 or 30 subway stations in this train, and we covered more ground than the NYPD does.
But what did you saw at that scene, basically?
So when I was upstairs at the Myrtle Avenue Broadway platform, I saw, the M train that was closed off, and I saw like bandages. The bandages that they used to seal up a wound. It looked like some sort of casting. I saw that, and I also saw gloves on the second train car.
Okay, and what do you thought of passengers' reactions to this, you think?
Passengers are fed up. Everyone is getting fed up with our elected officials because they are to blame for this. They are the ones that are allowing these criminals to run amok in the city. And the criminals right now feel free. They can come in, they can jump the turnstile, they can do whatever they want. The subway system is not safe right now, and it's not safe for the employees either.
And what about the general area of the subway station? You mentioned there's some vending machine or something.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts or theory of this crime? What do you thought probably happened here?
So there's a vending machine downstairs, which is a drug vending machine. It basically gives people Narcan and other supplies. So I have a feeling that could also that could also be a factor, because now you have a lot of drug users, coming down to use that machine. But then again, this is a very bad area of the city, and people pass through Broadway Junction, they ride the J train, so there's a lot of gang activity and drug activity in this area.
Anything else you want to say, Charlton?
All I want to say to subway passengers in New York City is use caution, because we're now past the 11th homicide in the subway system right now. We are in a state of emergency. So I will tell everyone, take your earphones off the train. I was at the Canal Street station, and this guy was walking up and down the platform. He was an EDP, an emotionally disturbed person, and he looked like he was going to push someone on the tracks. And what did I see people doing? Listening to their music, playing with their phones. Guys, situational awareness. Look around, monitor your surroundings, and be very careful on the subway, and sit with other people. Don't go in the last car, be in the middle car with the conductor.
Do you have anything else to say, Charlton?
Well, I want to know, what is the NYPD doing? We're now into a year and a half of the subway patrols, and yet people are still dying down here. Every day people are getting slashed in the subway. People are getting raped, they're getting attacked down here. So nothing has changed. I think we need to get the guardian angels in. And it's at a point right now, we're thinking at Passengers United about starting a subway patrol of our own to help in certain areas and certain stations where there's no police coverage.
Okay. Can you spell your name?
Sure. Spelling on my name is C as in cat, H as in house, A as in apple, R as in rain, L as in light, T as in tag, O as in orange, and as in navel, that's Charlton, and then it's D'Souza. D as in dog, S as in school, O as in orange, U as in union, Z as in zebra, A as in apple, and I'm the president of Passengers United.
All right, thank you, Charlton.
All right.
Stay safe.
Yep.